Hello and welcome to my channel. If you are a medical professional and try to do your research with utmost dedication, then this video is for you. One of the challenges that I personally faced during my dissertation period was to randomize my patient properly in order to reduce the bias. Now, in this video, I will talk about the best way, in my opinion, to randomize the patients. So let's stick with the video till the end to know more about this. So for those who does not know about randomization, random assignment or random allocation means each of your study subject has an equal chance of being assigned to any of your group. That is either the experimental group or the control group. Now, why we need to do randomization? First, it is an essential form of a RCT. Now, if you're doing a RCT or randomized clinical trial, as the name suggests, you need to do a randomization so that your study gets valid. Now, remember, RCT has the highest level of evidence in Oxford Level of Evidence Scale with a marking of level 1B. It also provides the greatest confidence that no systematic bias exists with respect to a group's collective attributes that might differentially affect the dependent variable, or in simpler terms, your outcome measures. So, if we can assume that groups are equivalent at the start of an experiment, then we can have that confidence to say that differences observed at the end of the study are due to the experimental intervention and no other confounding factors. There are several types of randomization techniques. Here are the ones which are used commonly. First is the simple random assignment or simple randomization method. Here, each member of the population has an equal chance of being chosen in your groups. The most commonly used methods are cheat picking, letter picking, ball picking, etc. Now, the problem with simple random assignment is that it is possible to arrive at an uneven group allocation at the end of your study. Now, suppose we have 30 patients and we need to equally divide those patients in group 1 and group 2. So each group has to be have 15 patients. Now with simple randomization technique, it may happen that you get 20 patients in group A and 10 patients in group B. So that will be problematic for you. Now to address that problem, block randomization or block random assignment is your answer. Now in block randomization, subjects are randomly divided into even numbered subgroups called blocks. Within each block, subjects are randomly assigned to the treatment arms. This will assure that equal number of subjects within each treatment group is there. Now, these two are the main randomization technique that we in our postgraduate thesis commonly use. Other than that, there is stratified random assignment where members of the population are grouped by relevant characteristic into different strata. For example, if an intervention affects men and women differently, gender becomes a confounding variable. Therefore, rather than hoping that random assignment will evenly distribute subjects by gender, we can stratify the sample to assure an equal distribution. Then there is cluster random assignment, which is used for multi-site studies, that is, same study happening in different areas. And then there is random consent design, which is used for those who hesitate to give consent in participating the studies. Then there is assignment by patient preference, which is used for patients who prefers a treatment and then they will be randomized. Last, there is the run-in period. It is time consuming but very effective. Here, subjects will receive a placebo for a certain period of time. Researcher will notice among those participants who will participate in that regimen properly. Researcher will then take out those participants and randomize them to the real study. So, what could be the best way of randomizing your patient? So, in my opinion, computer generated block randomization is the answer, as there is no human involvement in placing your subject in a specific group. Now, why it is the best way? First, it is better than simple randomization technique, that is cheat picking, which has a huge chances of bias. Good journals with a decent impact factor prefers this method. Now, it will also save you time to do the randomization each time a patient is being selected with a cheat picking method. Now, suppose a patient comes to you, you ask the patient to pick a cheat, and then you will randomize the patient as per his group allocation. Now, it will take time, but if you already have performed the computer generated randomization technique, then you already know in which group the patient is going to allocate it. In that manner, patient also does not know his group allocation. So there is also a reduction of your bias. Finally, unlike simple randomization, you will get same number of patients at each group at the end of your study. As I mentioned earlier, now suppose if you have 30 patients and with simple randomization, there is high chances that you will get 17 or 20 patients in group A and 13 or 10 patients in group B. Then what will you do? In most of the researchers, they do is that they allocate the patient as per their choice. They do not even do the cheat picking method. So that will be a huge bias. And trust me, if you perform this block randomization technique using computer software, it will be a sigh of relief. Now, how we can do it? So we will use the software, the randomizer.org. In the next part, we will see how to do this. To randomize a patient in computer-generated block randomization process, you first need to go to this website. Type www.randomizer.org and hit enter. So this will be the interface, and here we will see generate numbers. So before starting this process, first let's suppose you will take 30 patients in your research and you will have two groups, one experimental group and one control group. Now in each group, there will be 15 patients. So here we will generate 15 blocks. So how many sets of numbers do you want to generate? Your answer will be 15. How many numbers per set? So in each block, there will be two patients. So how many numbers per set? It will be two. Number range. So in each block, there will be two patients, one in the experimental group and the other will be the control group. So the number range will be from 1 to 2. Now here, do you wish each number in a set to remain unique? Keep it as yes. Do you wish to sort the numbers that are generated? Keep it as no. How do you wish to view random numbers? Here, select place markers across. Now click here, randomize now, and here you will get to see all of the 30 patients that you can randomize according to the block randomization. So here P1 means patient 1. So when the first patient comes, you will keep him in the group 1 or suppose the experimental group. And for patient 2, it will be in the control group or group 2. Now, similarly, it will randomize your patient up to patient 30. So the patient 30 will be in group 2 or the control group and patient 29 will be in the experimental group. So here you can see 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. But here it is 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. So there will be a complete randomization process. And there will be minimum, very minimum chances of bias here. Now, after getting the results, you have two options. Either you print it or you download it. Now, I will suggest you to download it, as when you download it, you will get to see in a Excel sheet, right? And click on the Excel sheet and you will get whole of your patient sets in this Excel format. You can print that out for future references. So as I showed you earlier in the video, for 30 patients with two groups, this is how we will do the randomization process. Now suppose if you have 45 patients with three groups, this will be the way of using the research randomizer software. Please take a screenshot if you need it. Now, you also need to cite this software in your synopsis or the dissertation. Now, we mostly use Vancouver citation. when we write our synopsis or dissertation. So the Vancouver citation of this software would be this. Please take a screenshot. But here, remember, I wrote cited 2023 March 8. That is the date of my citation when I uploaded this in our university website. So please change it according to the date you are citing this software. Remember? Okay. Now I think here I am finished with this. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And you can also follow me in all my social media handles. In Telegram, I generally upload my notes as per your needs for free. So please don't forget to follow there. See you until next video. Tata.